Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erin Ashley Isabella, and if you're new here, please hit that big red button down below and subscribe and turn post notifications on by tapping that bell so you never miss a video of mine again. If you guys want to know what today's glow it is Nefri by Jeffree Star. Here's me swatching it. It's super pretty on the cheeks and very blinding. I do a video dedicated to this and I will link this down below also, if you guys want to see that. So we are testing out the Juvia's Place Magic Palette today, and this is €34.77, €34.77. Pretty good price for this ginormous palette. It is huge. I will show you guys the packaging right here. I really like the packaging off the bat. I think that it is really beautifully designed and very, very inspirational. It's gorgeous. The art that went into this, I can tell, is just so focused and amazing, and I love their highlight. And this, first of all, talk about Juvia's Place. They are a black owned company, and which is, I think, is really important. They make their shadows to be as pigmented on any skin tone, in particularly deeper skin tones, medium to deep skin tones, because the shadows are so pigmented they show up beautifully. So let's get into the video. I swatched all of the colors. Let's have a look at the colors right here. So this is your color range. You get some neutral colors, you get some deep warm shades, you get a transition color or two, and you get some very, very pretty, you get your basic colorful shades for people who love colorful shades, and then you get your warm tone shades for like the everyday look and stuff, which we all love. Here are all of the swatches. First of all, we have the shade Nubia, which is right here. I swatched Nubia, the top one, the gold shade. This is a very warm tone gold, whereas in my other Juvia's Place palette, I think it's the Saharan palette that I have, I can't remember, it's kind of more of a green tone gold. This is, the second shade is called Zakaya. So that's the second shade here. You guys can see how pigmented these are off the bat. Then we have Osun, which reminds me of like a Japanese type name, which is a super pale pink shade right here. Then we have the shade Kessie, which you probably can barely see, but it's basically down here past the pink shade, which is a very, very light crease shade, which they have for paler skinned people, which I like. Now we have Zuba right down here, which is this beautiful rose gold shifting pink. Underneath that we have Nana, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous crease color for deeper skin tones. I use this as well. Then we have Bornu underneath Nana, which is this one right here. Underneath this we have Koji. Really like this for warm tone looks. If you guys see me in my latest videos and you guys admire my warm tone look or like it, then I'm using the shade Nubia, the shade Zakaya, Nana, and and the shade Koji. So this is the first and second row swatched on my arm, just so you guys can see how pigmented they are in the light. So now let's move on to the second last to basically the third and fourth row. So the third and fourth row contain some really beautiful, almost like galactic colors. You got some cool tones for people who like that, and then you got some really deep colors at the bottom, which are also cool tones. Very pretty for a mermaid look. Like up top you could do a sunset look, bottom you could do a mermaid look, or like a seaside look. You got lots of options with this palette. So I already primed my lid with the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre as well, so we'll be testing these out on the lid as well, because I want to get some live testing videos. Now here's the shade Faso, which is this shade right here, and this is, the shade Faso is the second color on my hand. The first shade is the shade Buzo, which is the green, very true emerald green shade. Then we have Faso right here, which isn't swatched. I mean, I tried my best, but this one doesn't contain as much pigmentation, even with a wet brush with setting powder, as I hoped. So that's like the most disappointing one for me, but like, you know, the rest of them are really pigmented. Then we have the shade Aja, which reminds me of RuPaul's Drag Race, because Aja on that is like sickening, and I love RuPaul's Drag Race. Then we have the shade Vi, which is kind of like a cool toned grey color. Then we have Yemoja or Yemoja. I'm sorry, I'm butchering the names. So this is reminding me of like the moon, like moon dust. It's very pretty. And then we have the shade Ify, which is down here. These are getting into the deeper, darker shades here. This one also didn't swatch well, but looks amazing on the eye. Then we have Yarrow, which reminds me of Yarrow Sophia from RuPaul's Drag Race again. And the last shade here, it's called Yajida, I think. Very deep color, probably my favorite. So this is the third and fourth row swatched on my arm to show you guys what that looks like. We have the two sides of the palette right here. I'm gonna take a wipe and just like wipe this off quickly, because otherwise my nice new top I got from Primark is going to be covered in beautifully pigmented shadows, but I don't want it on my new top. Also, this top was on sale and it was like €4. Bargain. So I have tattoos on my arms, that's why I swatched the stuff on my hands. Anyway, let's get into the video. So we are first going to start out on the eye with using the shade Kessie, which is the shade right here, which is a very pale shade. So we're going to start with the shade Kessie. If it even shows up on my eyes, we're going to see if it does. These have a good bit of fallout, but they're very pigmented, so I don't really mind that. This showed up a little bit. It's kind of just like a warm, like not a warm, like a cool toned crease option, which is perfect for people with really pale skin, because Nana is miles too dark on me as a crease shade, and it will be miles too dark on you if you're very pale. Whereas if you have medium to deep skin, I think it will just really suit your skin tone. I think it will. Like, I don't have medium to deep skin tone, so correct me on that if you like, if it won't. But yeah, I'm gonna zoom you guys in a bit. Okay, so next we are gonna dip into the shade Nana with the same brush, tap off the excess, and these have quite a bit of like fallout, but they're just really beautiful. On the eye they have fallout too, but I think that comes with being as pigmented as they are. So maybe just do your eyes before the rest of your face makeup, then you're not really like sacrificing much. So a little bit goes a long way with these shadows. So I'm just gonna blend it out in the crease. This is so pretty. Really like this color. Going into the shade Nana again, I'm just doing this eye, just blending it out. I'm using the brush from Primark, the 230 brush from Primark, and the set of this and the black brush, which is like one of these, which is the 220 brush, is like €4. So super affordable, especially if you're going to spend more money on your shadows. You want them to be pigmented. You can kind of use any brush. Once you're like good at makeup, and like you can use brushes off Wish or AliExpress, and once you're good at makeup, it's gonna look good. So I'm trying not to be like an excess queen like I usually am, where I just put too much on and then I regret it. Okay, it's too late, I did. Okay, I kind of fixed it. Okay, so now we have our crease color done. Really love this palette. This is definitely my all-time favorite staple palette in my collection. I have a lot of palettes. This trumps my Morphe ones. It trumps my, I'm not going to say it trumps my Jeffree Star ones because it doesn't, but it's like equal. So next I am going to go in with the shade. I want to go and recreate the warm tone look that I've been doing for you guys on my channel. So I'm going to go in with the 220 brush. And I'm going to go into the shade Zakaya. Here it is loaded up on the brush. Go into the crease. This is a nice fluffy brush, so I'm trying to not get like too much on it, but just kind of add it into the crease. I've been doing so many warm tone looks lately, but I've just been really feeling it. Like, I'm not even going to apologize. I've just been really feeling the warm tone looks for summer, not summer, for winter. Never mind me guys, I'm really tired. It's like 1 AM here, so it's like 1 AM in Ireland, so yeah, that's why. So I'm blending this out with the same brush, because this brush is annoying me. I want to go in with like another brush, so I'm going to go in with a little brush here that also has a bunch of Zakaya on it, so it's not going to like ruin our opinion of the shadow, because it literally has the same shadow on it. Okay. We're going to go in ignore the fact that my eyes look super dry and horrible. It's just because it's winter and I get my skin gets way drier in winter. As I said, this has fallout. Probably should have done my eyes before my face, but don't care. Okay, so this is super pretty. I'm gonna go in with, this has a lot of fallout in the palette also. If you're not a fan of fallout, you probably won't be into this. But again, it's so pigmented that I really can't fault the fallout. We're gonna go back into the shade Nana, which we went in with our crease. And we're gonna go under our eye with the same shade. I really like doing this. Be careful because, as I said, a little bit goes a long way with this palette. Now we're going to be going in with this brush here and going into the shade Koji, which is the pink tone, the pinky colour. And going in and concentrating this on the outer edge of our eye. Now we're going to be going in with the shade Nubia right here on our finger, because I find it's like so pigmented when you use your finger. Then I'm going to just be patting this in with my finger, because the best way to use any shimmery shadow is to load it up on your finger. You don't even need fancy brushes or any brushes for the shimmery shades. Your finger works just fine. But for like demonstrational purposes, is that a word? Probably not. I'm going to take my NYX Matte Finish long lasting setting spray, and I'm going to just coat the brush and spray it right here with this. This is like a random brush, and we're going to be going in with Nubia again, and let's just see the difference the setting spray makes. Yeah, it's so much more like pigmented even than the finger. So we're just putting that up, loading that onto the eye. I like to go in with a deeper shade to tie it all together, so I'm going back in with my 220 brush, but I'm going into the shade Yadija and Ify, or Ife, and just, these are like the blue tone shades. These have so much, it's just so much fallout on the corner, but you guys can probably see the fallout. But you can clean that up afterwards and it's not a big deal. I mean, just the quality of these shadows is so worth it, worth the price completely. I'm just blending this out with this brush right here, the 220 brush from Primark. Patting it in a bit because, yeah, just use patting motions instead of just going straight in and blending, because this will limit the fallout that gets on your face. But just do your makeup, just do your eye makeup first, which most people do anyway. So like, I'm just using a clean BH Cosmetics brush to clean that up. I want to go back in with Zakaya and Koji on the same brush at the same time, just to really concentrate the red part on the outside and underneath my eye a little bit. Now we are done with that completely. We're going to be going in with the Stila Huge Lash Mascara. I lost mine and then I found out that my mom had it in her makeup bag. No shade though, she has good taste. So I'm just going to be taking this and running this through my lashes. This is the only mascara that makes my lashes super big and voluminous, even when they're not their best. Even if I've worn the heck out of lashes and falsies and stuff like that, this just makes everything better. And I got a big lump of it on my face. This is so pretty. I'm loving this look and I'm really, really loving this palette. If you want to know what liquid lipstick I have on my lips, right here, it is the mini liquid lipstick from our mini nude collection that I got recently in the shade Mannequin by Jeffree Star, and it is so dinky and cute, and I have that on my lips. Here is the finished look with the Juvia's Place Magic Palette. Is this worth the €33? Heck yes, I would pay even more for this, but I'm glad that it's not super overpriced. So I'm really, really happy with this, like the warm tone shades on my eyes. I just really love them lately, and I love this liquid lipstick, and I just love this eye look, and I would say that this is definitely worth the money, worth the fallout. Do your eyes before the rest of your face, or use like anything like those little sticky things that you can buy in Primark for like €4 or €3 that you just stick them under your eyes and they catch the fallout. This palette is worth it. I recommend this palette to all of you guys, any of you guys that are wanting to invest in a palette that is just so pretty for Christmas time or any time of the year, because I feel like this would work in Christmas or summer. It has all the shades that you need. It has transition shades. You could travel with this. It's huge. For the price, it's worth it. It has a magnetic closure. I cannot say enough positive things about this palette. However, you can find dupes in the drugstore, and I'll be making a video about that, but I definitely don't think you can dupe the pigmentation on this. These are the most pigmented palettes I've ever tried besides the Jeffree Star palettes, which I love. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, comment down below your opinions, what you would like me to test out next, and I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. And also, be nice to each other.